Hey there, losers. How are you all doing? You're not losers, just the way I like to talk and to greet you all, so don't write any comments about that. Anyways, I'm here to talk about Attack on Titans today. And, you know, so many things have been happening in the manga. And if you don't read the mangas, they are very interesting and you read them from right to left. Unlike Archie comics or Superman comics in America, the Japanese comics, these mangas you read them from right to left. And as I read these, um, it's so much story and so much emotion, so much tragedy uh, that are in these mangas that it's it got my brain going. And basically, I wanted to kind of talk about what I think might be coming up in the future mangas of Attack on Titans. Mind you, I'm on manga 85, which is a recent manga, September 2016. So next month, I believe, manga 86 of Attack on Titans will be released. But what we've known so far is that life does exist outside the walls. Now, if life exists outside the walls, and the letter that Aaron's father wrote said life is peaceful outside the walls, or maybe there's societies or countries that don't have to deal with titans. So it can bring up a lot of ideas, a lot of ways a series can go. When Aaron saw the photograph and Levi and Hanji and Armin I don't think Armin was in there, but Mikasa, they all saw the photos. That told us, the audience, that the time period was probably either late 1800s, because photography was invented, I think the early 1800s. I think the first known photograph was taken in the early 1800s. So it's safe to say it's probably in the late 1800s, because Abraham Lincoln's Civil War, there were awesome photographs in the 1860s of the Civil War. Presuming this is farther than the Civil War era. So it says 1890. But sometimes I think, well, since it's genetic experiments of people turning into giants, that's what the mangas really told us so far, that these giants were humans, these man-eating giants. Well, could it also take place during 1930s? Why do I say that? Is because of the German connection, because of the Nazi regime, Hitler's Nazi regime. So in Attack of Titans, it won't surprise me if it takes place during the Hitler regime. And if it happens to be, well, you heard it here first, I think. I'm the first one to mention it. Probably not the first one, but I would like to say I'm the first one to mention, because I haven't heard anywhere else. But it could probably take place in the 1930s with experiments going on, and could be related to German. But I could be wrong, and who knows, we'll find out. Second of all, I would like to mention that the secret society is referenced in these mangas because of the royal bloodlines, because of the secret knowledge the church has. Could be related to the Knights of Templar, some of the Vatican propagandas. And if you're a Catholic or some religion that I happen to offend you, this is just for entertainment purpose, and so don't get all fed up with me, all right? But just listen to what I'm saying as far as what I think it's related to, and I'm speaking strictly from what has already been known or talked about in the general worldview of the Vatican, secret society, the Church of Rome, stuff like that. But I think it has an element of the secret societies and how they hid giants in the walls. So it's like only a certain secret society knew about that till it became exposed that there were giants inside the walls. I mean, the walls that were so thick that there were like sleeping giants, incubated, I guess, or they were slumbering in the wall. Um, and what else can you relate? I guess Illuminati. Illuminati, as far as conspiracies, is related because there's a conspiracy to hide the education, the real education of what happened in the history in Attack of Titans. Irvin, the commander, when he was little, his dad, I think mentioned that to Irvin, that history books are lying to us, basically. And that's what a lot of conspiracy theorists will tell you. And when I say conspiracy theorists, don't think that I'm generalizing them. Sometimes I fall under conspiracy theorists, but basically for me, conspiracy theory is something that's still a theory, but it's has a lot of good evidence that it could be fact. That's according to me. Again, don't go by my words, because the way I'm explaining it to you might sound a little bit different than what you might have heard, or you probably don't even know what the heck I'm talking about, and that's okay. But if you do know what I'm talking about and you feel like listening ahead, well, here it is. I think Attack on Titans, the genetic experiments, could relate to Hitler's regime, the Nazis. It has the Illuminati references in it, as far as secret societies are concerned, the church is concerned, royal bloodlines are concerned. And in my last YouTube video, I said there's biblical references because of the giants in Genesis 6. And the book of Enoch mentions flesh-eating giants. So these are all connections. Now, what is the author Ishiyama? I might have said his name wrong. What does he know? What is he trying to tell us? Well, me personally, this is my personal opinion, I think he's probably educating whoever reads these mangas about, humanity and how we have to face these things in real life also. Like in the Attack on Titans, they're facing giants, but in real life, we have to face secret societies, because if you look at the world around you, again, this is my opinion. If you look at the world around you, if you look at like people that could do talk shows, like conspiracy theorists like Alex Jones, Steve Quayle, Hagman and Hagman, Sheila Zelinsky, boys, a couple more. These guys, they're classified as conspiracy theorists, but yet their passion, if you look at it, or if you feel their passion, you feel like, no, they're telling the truth. They're just trying to expose the truth, like in the Matrix. So, if we are living in the day and age where we are also living inside a wall, inside a matrix, inside something that we are controlled by the government or by an upper elite, is Attack on Titans like a reflection of our current society? So that's the topic, is Attack on Titan a reflection of our current society? And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. But if you do know, well, you're following what I'm trying to say, or you can feel me. But is Attack on Titan kind of like a reflection of our current society? Like, we know that there's threats, but we don't know that these threats are actually controlled by secret families. Rothschild comes into play, Rockefellers, and then there's the Vatican Church, represents the Church of the Wall in the Attack on Titans. Again, this is my opinion. This is not something that you have to agree with, and I'm doing this solely for entertainment purpose, because I think it's interesting, and I think Ishiyama is really trying to educate the public on the reflection of our society and about stuff that is hidden from the normal human being, the normal middle class, because we're too busy working, going to college, going to work, raising kids, goofing around, that we forget that this world is running. There's people behind it, people behind the corporations. So who knows, one day things will be revealed. But this is just my rant on Attack on Titans, our reflection of our society, Illuminati, Hitler-related Nazis. So if you feel this video, give it a like. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay, because this is just some topic I just randomly thought about. But in my other videos, I will make more effort to detail what I'm really saying. Because a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about, some of you who are awake might know exactly what I'm talking about. But those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'm referencing Genesis 6, secret societies, Illuminati, Nazis, hidden agendas, aliens, UFOs. You can Google all this stuff and you'll see that eventually all this stuff is falling under the same, like a category. It's not science fiction, it's science fact all of a sudden. But if you really want to know about these topics, just put on YouTube Stephen Quill, or put on YouTube for politics, secret in politics, Alex Jones. For secret behind spiritual matters, Stephen Quill, Rob Skiba. Or secrets behind what's going on in television or culture, put on YouTube Sheila Zelinsky. These are alternative medias that are available. Fox, CNN, and primetime medias are basically media that's different. It's not alternative media. Alternative media opens the doors to more stuff that some might consider weird and some might just consider the truth. It's up to you. It depends on how awake you are. If you watch The Matrix, that's basically a general flow. If you're awake, you understand what's going on. If you're not awake, then go back to dreamland and don't worry about what we're talking about. But if you're awake, you understand where I'm coming from. And back to Attack on Titans. When Manga 85 came out a few days ago, it basically awakened Eren, Levi, Mikasa, and Hanji in the basement. It woke them up to a new reality, that they were inside these walls while the rest of the world was enjoying outside the walls. Think about it, folks. What does that mean in real life? If it doesn't mean anything to you, just enjoy the manga. Have a blessed day. God bless.